Hi, I'm Matthew Herzberg, and this is the Myopia Mindset. What I have for you this week is a clip from part 2 of our Trans-Limbal Ortho-K series. This episode is available to our paid supporters through our Substack at myopiamindset.substack.com. And in this part 2 episode, we move past theory and into the weeds. We break down real translimbal cases, including a hyperopic adult patient, and walk through exactly how these lenses are designed and adjusted and sometimes fixed when things don't go according to plan. If that's something that interests you, then I would say please consider becoming a paid supporter of the Myopia Mindset. It's just $12 a month, which is basically the cost of a cup of coffee each and every week. And I like to say, hey, if you would buy me a cup of coffee to nerd out about myopia, to have on amazing guests like Anith Pillay and Matthew Martin to talk about translimbal orthokeratology, then please consider becoming a paid supporter of the Myopia Mindset. You can do so on our website, myopiamindset.com, or on our Substack, myopiamindset.substack.com. Thank you for your consideration. Let's roll the clip.
So let me get a free consultation while I've got you here.
You got it.
My Trans-Limbal hyperopic patient, my pastor, perfect 20/20 in each eye, sees not great at near, but I'm correcting 250 here and 3 in this eye. Beautiful looking topographies, nice big treatment zones. One of the things I really like about the Trans-Limbal hyperopic design is you get these nice big treatment zones. But I wanted to give him a little extra plus power in the right eye so that when he's at the pulpit reading to his congregation, he can at least see stuff printed on the page in front of him. Okay. So when I went back to manipulate the design, I wanted to create more of a central button, if you will. And instead of creating it higher, I caved it in. Okay. So instead of creating it higher, I've got a nice ring with a dip in the middle. What caused that? I think I know what caused it, but what caused me to go from a really nice plus 175 to a quarter with a loss of 150 plus power in the center with a ring of plus 2 around it. Like what caused that? What causes that to crash in?
It's like when you
up too high.
No, it's like when you get a double ring in myopic, or like if you start correcting too much. Like if you have a reverse curve and you're getting into 150 microns in the reverse curve, like there's only so much you can do to a cornea. It'll just collapse on itself. So instead of it collapsing itself in myopic Ortho-K in the reverse curve, it's collapsing centrally for you in hyperopic Ortho-K. You're just trying to manipulate too much tissue. So what you can do is reduce the treatment zone potentially, or ask them if the issue is, this is the way I would do it. I would show them a loose lens over and see, hey, does this plus 50, does this plus whatever, does that help you for the needs that you want? And if it's yes, then it's easy. I just manipulate the power and I'll increase the target. Okay. I say easy, but it's easy to do in a software. It's not easy that it'll necessarily happen in real. But if the loose lens doesn't help, then the issue is that the amount of plus that you're inducing in the pupil is too narrow and you want to widen it out. And that's where asphericity comes into play. So when you have this big hump, okay, like this, however much plus you want, say it's plus 450, whatever, and that 450 is right here at the top. But maybe you need that to be plus 4 spread like this. Similar to how multifocal optics work in contact lenses or anything else. So you need to have a broader range of that plus spread across the pupil to give him that intermediate, the near version that he wants to spread more uniformly across a wider range.
So
and the way I figure that out, there's different ways to do this. The way I figure that is, if I put a loose lens over you and it helps, great, I'll add the power. If that doesn't help, and I know it's my design, and I'm going to widen it out and change the astigmatism.
So the loose lens did improve it, and which is why I tried to manipulate the power in the first place. So I had done the loose lens that you're talking about in the exam, and that's what motivated me to try to pull it higher.
Yeah, so that was too much.
Okay.
So now you'll have to manipulate
that treatment zone. Will that give me a little bit more?
You'll have to manipulate that optic zone to give you a place where it won't collapse on itself. Correct.
Okay. Thank you.
I
I set this whole thing up just so I could get that right there. Boom.
If you're interested in getting the rest of the episode, consider becoming a paid supporter of the Myopia Mindset. In addition to an extended version of this episode and every other episode that we do, you'll also get access to exclusive monthly bonus episodes of the Myopia Mindset. And I know you're interested. You've made it this far. You can do so on our Substack, myopiamindset.substack.com. I'll see you at the next one. AAOMC.org is how you find out more information about the meeting. And if you've been enjoying this episode, there's actually more waiting for you. We release extended versions of every episode exclusively for our paid supporters, along with monthly bonus content that you will not find anywhere else. It's just $12 a month, which is basically the cost of a cup of coffee each and every week. And I like to say, look, if you would buy me a cup of coffee to have on Dr. Pillay and Dr. Martin to nerd out about orthokeratology, advanced design, and myopia management, then please consider supporting the Myopia Mindset. You can do so at myopiamindset.com or via our Substack. Gentlemen, I can't wait to have you both back on. Anith, I'd love to do an interview episode with you. I think that everything we've talked about on this episode and more, there's great potential to do so many more episodes. So I can't wait to have you guys back.
I don't know, Matthew. I've told you for years I've never really liked you. So Matthew is the one. No, I'm kidding. I would love to. It would be a complete honor. And I hope your audience really enjoyed this episode. I will say, just from our conversation, Matthew, I think it was something that a lot of doctors will learn from that probably don't get from a lot of other content. So great job, man.
Awesome. Matthew Martin, our returning champion. Can't wait to see you guys at Vision by Design. You're both going to get hugs.
Can't wait.
It's going to be awesome. Look forward to your company.
All right. And for everybody else, we will see you at the next one.